on you. I think this is actually kind of a hard game to play Rakan into, and you're left feeling very squishy as a result. So, you know, I'm down. Oh, junglers encountering each other in the top side.
Raptor's like, I will just run at the squad. Taking a little bit of a trade as Lucid's like, oh, I guess I don't win this even though I'm Xinjiao. Supposed to be really good at early skirmishing, but nothing compared to the Pantheon. The flash comes in, and immediately they look for that first kill. They're not quite going to get it, though, as Lucid flashes in, gets around the harpoon. And now, clear, nowhere for him to go. It's a double kill as the aggression of BNK bites them in the butt.
Such a miscalculation there, and a beautiful play from Lucid, completely styling on the BNK FEARX top jungle there. And just an overcommit. They saw the fact that she would and they heal a ton. You're like, ow. You know,
is that what you say? You're like, how?
Every time. Think how many items that like this Jin's gonna have to build before he gets 100% crit chance.
Okay, well, we're trying to attack Lucid now as the turn is coming in. The needles are there, but the TP available and the Galio is coming over the top, and Xiu did not prepare for that. As now we got a taunt a little bit early, as Beryl has to just...
I always find it weird when we have these setups where it's like top support against AD carry support, and it is scary with a Gwen.
Is it though? I mean, they're going in for the chains, as now Kellen totally fine. We don't have the needles yet for Xiu, which is definitely a big factor in why that trade wins so well for Diablo. And Kellen, as now we're just diving here on Aiming, who's all by himself.
Okay, this
Who could have seen this coming?
This is a lot scarier. Playing Jin into Pantheon Rumble, a lot scarier than playing into a Gwen.
We're just, okay, we're diving. We got a Pantheon on the way, as there you go, flash on in, and Raptor is running the map here. Yes, they made a big whoopsie in the top lane, but after that, it's been all BNK.
This champion's not okay. The fact you can kill the AD carry bot and then just ult mid and get a kill there too. Now, he is flashed here. They are hunting for him.
Yeah, he's hugging the wall, just trying to survive. There's the E, comes up, just trying to waste as much time as possible because he was never going to survive, so... DK get in and actually get the punish down. Yeah, good punish. Should be able to pick up the blue buff as well as a reward. Means that they really want to go for the dive, or at least the pressure on the turret, as now Flash comes in, the knockup is there on Xiu, and he's just being bullied by multiple members. And yeah, doesn't even use this all, just selects to just die instead. I feel like the thing with the Gwen in this game, there's so many melee champions, the Shroud just doesn't offer nearly as much value. Like, what is the Shroud doing for you against Pantheon, Galio, or Alistar? So many of the engages on a Xiu have started off with these champions. Yeah. So, Xiu gets taken out, good dive comes through, but the point you were making before about skipping camps, Raptor is sizably behind in farm compared to Lucid, who already has that Sundered Sky, and is a very real threat already. Yeah, I mean, he's up 400 golds. Definitely helped by those 2 early kills that he was somewhat gifted. Obviously, very nicely played by him in the fight itself. Able to capitalize on the mistake of BNK, and now he's going to be looking for this early Drake, picking up an early Mountain, not half bad. Just get everybody a little bit more tanky. Yep, the fact they get the Dragon, they've already got those 3 grubs. Things going pretty positively for Dplus in this game. Yeah, TP behind clear here. Well, he has Equalizer, but they don't have a wave, and he can't just equalize the next one. Yeah. Equalizer pretty simple, but they're still going to just go for the straight-up dive. It's 4v1, and Beryl tanks it up perfectly. And Xiu is up next, so not able to get out of that one clear, just not even electing to flash. Yeah, pretty well executed there from Dplus. You know, that's one of the big boons of having that Rakan, just that instant CC you can sort of land down and able to disengage from it as well. Lucid also there on the Xin Zhao. So much burst available to this pick with that Sundered Skies, which cleans up easily. And Vikla, you might just be dead. Yeah, I mean, there's nowhere for him to really go. He doesn't have a splash either. Oh, he's actually going to heroic exit. I thought he was out of range, but no. And now they're turning it onto a play in the bottom lane. We got a TP coming down, but Lucid is on his way. We'll see if he can turn the fight. Xiu still alive on the backside of this one. Exhaust coming down, but Xiu is just so dead. As with Lucid coming in, he doesn't quite have the damage to take out clear, as the knockback nearly is going to get him in range. But now with Vikla shoring this one up, they're going to get the flash out of Lucid, and the follow-up Sun comes in. This is going to be a huge shutdown if they can actually kill him. And the answer is they can't. Lucid surviving forever as finally Raptor is able to take him down, but still DK will win the fight because of that.
So much healing from Lucid. This item. Seeing those numbers trickle in. Xin Zhao with Sundered Sky can do some crazy things.
See Vikla going in, taking an aggressive trade, actually going the opposite way, and I don't know if he can ever get out here. He's got Annie on the way here too.
He's extremely dead.
I thought he was just going in to clear the wave with the Justice Punch, but not the case. Now we've got Diablo taking turret aggro, not exactly ideal, but it should still be a kill as Raptor getting kind of low, but relatively clean dive, clean enough at least. And they get that first turret blood and the feats of strength here for BNK.
I feel like some of our games we've had in the LCK recently been a bit slower paced, you know, maybe less action, or maybe a bit of action, but not so many kills. This just feels like non-stop bloodbath. Every time something is happening, like someone's dying on the top side, someone's dying on the bot.
Could look for the dragon here, Infernal Drake coming up, but instead it's just an engage, looking for that backline, and guess who doesn't have summoners? It's Diablo. He is going to get away though with the help of Vikla, just pouncing on in as now they're trying to kill Lucid again. He goes way up in the air. Lucid gets executed by the Pantheon, and that is the one way you're going to be killing this Xin Zhao, and Lucid just did not respect it. Kind of chunking at this point.
Champion, I swear, I mean, especially because you're into a Gwen who's AP and you've got the Hollow Radiance, so you have magic resist.
Yeah, Zeus thinks he can win this one. He's got the exhaust down, the needles are coming in, and with the redemption, maybe Vikla will survive. He doesn't quite have his combo back, and Zeus is just going to snip him in the face.
I mean, that's the thing.
But
you're very bursty, and he looked for the all-in, so made a bit of a mistake that... oh, the Grub! The Grub tanked for him.
It did.
I mean, he's probably still dead, but it bought him a lot of time.
Yeah. Can he actually...
Oh.
Nice try. Wasted a lot of time at Diablo, I guess.
I mean, it Herald, but it did buy a lot of time, and Dplus picked up the second dragon. They're now picking up the Herald. It is a Chemtech soul, though, so a little bit unlucky in that regard. But I think Vikla, kind of like us, was kind of feeling the Galio trades. You're a bursty champion, though.
Yeah.
You know, once those cooldowns are gone, Gwen can kind of just run you down and snip, and he was on the receiving end of that there.
All right, packing on a ward, aiming not in the best spot here. He's going to cleanse and flash, as now we've even got Pantheon on the way. The disengage code not going to help him this time. And that is aiming, giving up both of his summoners.
Yeah, I think, especially with the exhaust being available for the Gwen.
앞으로 지를게.
It's Kelly. He's got the, you know, I think Clear definitely a better replier. Oh, there it is. So there's a healing reduction.
Yeah, the healing reduction does come in, but now he's just dead instead. And yeah, they do have quite a lot of damage. Gonna catch Raptor here, but he is still Pantheon with his E available. We got a Jin ult there from Mega Cone engage.
Oh, they're looking for it.
There are a lot of members of DK around here, by the way. And they are collapsing pretty quickly. The damage is not going into Zeus. Not as fast as they would like. Meanwhile, we got a fight up in the top left corner. As Showmaker wants to go in, is going to combo on a clear. As the Rumble tanking in the front line is not what you want to see for BNK. As finally they're able to kill the Annie, but the follow-up here is not great. Diablo has to flash away, and DK are just chopping them down one by one. They don't have a massive lead, but that fight was much more in favor, much more in control of Dplus KIA.
Such a scattered fight, honestly, from BNK FEARX. Everyone kind of out of position there. You know, Clear gets engaged and didn't quite have the equalizer available. Diablo's in such an uncomfortable spot there. Wasn't able to really contribute much. Was chased away by Shiwu. Just too aggressive. I'm leaving.
That's actually what happened. He didn't even attack him. We do have the quickness coming on in, but it's onto the two tankiest members of BNK. That's not what you want to do, DK. As now this fight gonna go pretty in favor of, looking for that backline though with the Rift Herald. Lucid gonna get on top of Diablo, who is not going to survive even with the redemption. And now everybody's just in the blender. And it's actually Clear coming back here, but look at the damage that's coming out from Zeus and Lucid. Absolutely disgusting on the backside of that fight. As Vikla, going in. Look out. No, never mind. Sin's out, just that guy.
See, he autoed him. And this was a bit ambitious.
Do you think Kellen reduced some of that healing, though?
I would love to see the numbers. I would love to see the numbers on how much he's reduced in terms of healing so far.
If our spacers could go ahead and hover over the Oblivion Orb.
Healing, but
yeah, he's got AoE abilities and stuff. All right, well, trying to get in there once again, and Raptor just pops like a balloon. And DK really running away with it is what it is, you know?
What a beautiful statement. It is live by.
Oh, Vikla! That's the wrong direction. Oh, and the quickness, beautiful here from the side of Barrel. Unfortunately, nobody can follow up. They are going to get Vikla, though. So that's pretty nice. Equalizer here just to say, please get away from my team.
I mean, Dplus has just become immortal. Actually, that's a lie, because to say become immortal implies they aren't already immortal. And they kind of just they're very far behind. They're very far behind. The Mikhails from Barrel, the free Showmaker, a lot of value.
Wait, that's not a blast cone. It's gonna flash away. Reducing the healing now is Kellen. He's getting in there. Shiu's gonna go down. Diablo comes back.
Okay.
Because I want the kill.
They are losing structures, but you know what?
They were gonna lose structures anyway. To the Baron.
Yeah, they didn't care about those structures.
Not important. Kills are better. It's just Kellen.
Lucid is trying to fight 3 people, and maybe he can.
Vikla also trying to fight 2 people. Now he's fighting 3. Oh, actually doing a good job baiting. He's able to flash to safety now. Kellen frontlining, they kill Lucid. What is happening in this game? Are we seeing a comeback here?
Oh,
or are the Temple Lives always in their favor? As Atlas said yesterday, Diablo just got so much money in that fight. They're still 5K behind, but theoretically...
Oh, don't say theoretically.
According to the theory of League of Legends, they should be okay. But look at Raptor. He's an assassin on the Pantheon. It's not quite going to work, but they get aiming out of the fight. And now, in the front line, Lucid is fighting again by himself. And down he will go. And now Zeus going in by himself. At least they were able to get Raptor on the backside of this fight, but they lost their 2 immortal guys. Giant 4th shot there is going to kill Kellen. And kind of makes... Where's he going?
Aiming's a big threat right now. Clear has his TP, so he's recalled. He can TP back in.
Okay.
Kellen is almost up, and so is Raptor. Raptor doesn't quite have his ult available. Everyone's respawned. Okay, well, that fight apparently meant nothing.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Of course. No. Theoretically, it should have, but yeah, it didn't this time around.
I think we've learned that theories are meaningless in the Rise group.
Okay.
The Rise group is where theories go to die.
That's very true. It's going to be Chemtech Soul here.
Okay, well, Dplus, they have control. Aiming being high HP, Showmaker being a threat means
we're not going to get that just seems impossible. Vikla is doing a good job of taunting the enemy team. Not literally, but figuratively. And now Shiu just kind of going in. I mean, he is not scared of Kellen, though. Everybody else backs away, and now Shiu looking for it. The chains are going to hit, and Shiu just gets 1 shot after the fact. As Diablo says, thank you very much. I will collect the money.
Okay, Shiu down for a long time. They healed up a little bit from the redemption, but some low health bars and BNK to be in.
Yeah.
But BNK FEARX don't have that much vision. There is a...
Flying on in is Lucid. But now it's only Lucid. The rest of the team is trying to follow up. And yeah, Lucid gonna get the knockback here on a Vikla at the same time. Stun comes in from the Annie. And Dplus KIA, very nice angle found there. Gonna catch 2.
That was such a ballsy play to go for. And Lucid just so confident. Looks for it, even with the back of the Galio. Finds 2 kills. And now trying to 3v5.
Yeah, I mean, if they get a pick early, maybe they can do something, but instead, Kellen gonna get in front of that. Very nicely done. It just doesn't quite matter. The man advantage and the gold advantage, plus that Chemtech Soul, just way too much here for Dplus KIA. So now we have aiming ults thrown out. Is gonna hit Diablo on the 3rd shot, but he does get away from that one. And now,
it's gonna be a huge blow for them, giving this over, extending the goal lead.
BNK just roll over and die at this point in time, and it might just come right now. Lucid looking in. You thought he was the one to be kill number 50. It's not going to be him. It's actually going to be Kellen, and aiming, of course, picks up kill number 50. Looking for the snipe here with the needles on a clear. Is Shiwu just going to go for Raptor instead? That's already a couple, and the snipe comes in from aiming. Might as well, as we have, in fact, guys, broken the record. You were here when we did it for 2025.
I was here.
I was here.
Oh, the general. Victor's going to block it, but I mean, he's pretty high HP. He's not taking that much damage.
Ooh.
But they're not going to be able to defend. This is going to be game.
Yeah, we got TP coming in. And once the Annie arrives with Tibbers, you have to imagine this one will just be lights out. Although Tibbers is about to actually time out. Diablo gonna get stunned up, and that'll do it, guys. Dplus KIA is going to win in 36 minutes. A game that broke the record.
Just occupying the Zeri's time can buy a lot of space. I think that's probably the theory behind the Cassante here. BNK FEARX have a lot of dive, a lot of threat, and clearly their goal this game is going to be like fighting for their lives. They're both super low, going all out.
Two. That is Cassante, by the way. One Q could do it. We got to fight in mid at the same time. Charm gonna land here. A couple autos might do it. Showmaker, there's the Q and the auto, plus the Foxfire on top of it. As now, a bunch of damage will go back the way as she will not die. And it's first blood for Showmaker in a solo kill.
It's hard to really get him far enough away from the tower, and he still had flash.
Okay, looking for the play. That's going to be the charm here onto the Nico. Kellen in a ton of trouble, and he will be taken down by Showmaker, who is now 2-0 on this Ahri, and showing some excellent confidence so far.
Just an easy pickup on the Kellen there with the charm, and now Lucy's going to come over and pick up these two grubs. You know, the Cassante's already ulted as well. The Nocturne's not going to really want to go in solo here. The Dplus handling this well, and Kellen's play attempt to the mid lane. Try and find a gank on a Showmaker, backfires. You analyze based on what happens in the game that just happened, you know?
What is it called? Outcome focus
assessments.
Assessments,
LCK. Yeah. Atlas did a lot of good work on that. I also just love the way he says them with so much vigor, you know, especially when they have no vowels and it's really difficult.
Yeah, he says them like an Australian would.
Yeah.
We don't quite have the same amount of bite.
I've heard he is an Australian. So that would make a lot of sense.
I don't think that's true, actually.
You think he's just
nah, yeah,
pretending?
I think he's lying.
Whoa!
Hello! Oh, we got a Nocturne, though. Trying to set this one up, and I think the Scion's in a lot of trouble here. No, he's just going to ult away. Totally fine. Didn't realize he still had that, and he's just able to easily get away.
If Lucid, because the teams do seem a little bit more chilled out right now.
Probably for the best. The wall's gonna come in, and Lucid goes in as well. He's got the wild growth. That's a ton of damage onto Vikla. As now Kellen just engaging by himself. Coming back here is Lucid for the peel. And it is pretty gigantic. And now Showmaker goes in, knows he would be stunned, does not care, but he's not able to land the charm. Meanwhile, Lulu just gonna get bopped on the face by the Kaisa. Showmaker still on the chase here, and finally is gonna get the kill. Lands a charm with a flash on in from Raptor, should get the job done. It's now clear, trying to dive underneath the turret here. Is going to trade 1-for-1. Not sure if worth.
That was a very messy fight, very scrappy.
It's a good idea.
Yeah,
really.
and you know, they have the Nocturne Nico, it's a powerful combo. So we'll look to see them, especially with no sums on aiming barrel. Not a lot of flashes at all in this game right now.
Just engaging on a Kellen, not sure about that one, although they are going to take him out. A lot of low health bars here. The Wild Growth, very good at peeling against this Nocturne, but in goes Diablo. Meanwhile, we got a solo kill from Showmaker in the top lane, but Diablo's going insane on this Kaisa, especially in these fights that are getting very broken up. Gets the shutdown onto Lucid, and now might just be able to take this objective down. This TP is coming in. But, I mean, there's no flash, nothing really here for Showmaker. Okay, the glitter lands. Gonna get the slow down. Looking for the charm, but the charm misses, and that'll be the end of that fight.
I think overall, right, it's a kill advantage. It ends up being a lot more even. And then here, yeah, Vikla just not having a good time. That Unraveled Earth, not going very well.
Uh-oh. Wait. That's Diablo! Wait, how did he die in mid?
He also had 3 kills going into that, so thank you.
Yeah. Just had to clarify.
Just
Clear's playing Cassante.
Yeah, I'm saying making it clear who's on the screen.
Ah, okay. The top lane. We do have Clear here. Just essentially bodyguarding.
I love the axe animation when he just hits into the turret.
It does feel pretty good to watch.
Very satisfying.
There's not a lot of animations we talk about that look good. Speaking of which, Diablo gonna get polymorphed and just killed. Didn't have flash, so I guess he could have maybe ulted if he wasn't polymorphed, but a very nice timing there from Beryl.
Unfortunately, Beryl doesn't get the kill this time, so...
He tried.
Yeah, he
deserved it. I mean, they should have given it to him, honestly.
He definitely did. Yeah, Showmaker a bit of kill stealing.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
Yeah, so gotta be a bit critical. Something to work on for next time. But Dplus taking the AD carry down again, and Diablo keeps just getting punished when he steps up through this mid lane. Quick, guys, your AD carry is dead.
Who cares about that? We're BNK, we fight. We just fight. That's it. And, you know, Showmaker isn't here, so they wanted to get the TP out. It didn't. We're just starting it up. And the turn here, I mean, they've got Vikla with the wall, and it doesn't look like any TPs will come through from our top laners as they're brawling at the moment. But Lucid is in the pit. They're just looking for the turn here. They're looking for the Lulu, who lives immediately. And now TP is coming in for both of our top laners. Looks like they've actually created enough space to get the Otacon. But now the fight is looking pretty good for the side of DK. Kellen on the run, and in goes aiming. He's got the wild growth as well. We have a little aiming Zeri moment on top of it all. So yeah, you got the Otacon. But now you're just getting shredded to pieces here. One by one, the dominoes are falling as everybody's picking up a kill. And Showmaker was looking for even more.
I'm going to call that not weird. You know, Dplus happy with that. Happy with that trade.
Yeah, they're feeling pretty good. You're beginning to stack some of the Infernal Drakes here as well. Look at the stacks as well at this moment. DK actually keeping up even after the Otacon was taken.
Gives you the Cosmic Drive speed, and then when you get a 10-stack Medjay, you get moves. This is the fast R. The Black Fire Torch.
That's a great song, though. I like that song from Pentakill. Going a little bit too deep here, it looks like. Just thinking they were immortal, and they kind of are for a little bit, but not quite enough, as now getting out of that backline is Diablo, and Dplus KIA have thrown the game over to the side of BNK in one fell swoop.
I see, it's that time.
He did play Ahri in that fight and just run away.
His build is very good at doing that.
All right, they're gonna send it here right onto the Zeri, but I don't know about that. The knockback is actually gigantic, and they will be able to take down the Zeri. Diablo now has free reign, as that is the way these fights are going. Whichever AD carry is free reign, just seems to take it over, as now they pick up 2 kills. They get the jungler. They're looking at the Baron.
And without the jungler, hard to see an angle to contest this one. Showmaker no ult as well. BNK FEARX using their composition to their fullest. They know their job. Kill aiming. And it's almost impossible for Dplus to fight their way out of that deficit.
Very often in baseball, unless you're pitching, I guess. But yeah, pretty massive level gap in terms of the AD carries, almost 2 full levels.
I mean, that was a factor of the Otacon. You know, I criticized the fact they lost so many kills when they went for it, but it did obviously give a good amount of XP. Obviously, the kills afterwards and the Baron also give XP. But yeah, Diablo now level 15, aiming in a massive depth.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Just has to back away. You're into a Nocturne. You know, if he's not going to dive onto you that deep, but you obviously can't fight with him at that health. BNK FEARX really taking control of this game. Now looking towards the mid-tier 2 with the next wave coming in. Should be able to pick that up. And she was just struggling with the waves.
It's just crazy that this game swapped places so quickly. We don't even have that many Drakes either,
The thing is, in terms of gold, did it swap? Yes, right? In terms of map advantage,
tempo vibes?
Tempo vibes never swapped. I said, Ahri is a black hole of tempo vibes.
I mean,
Alice
you did say that. You did say that.
Alice would confirm this. Even if it's not Ahri's fight.
All right, we're engaging. They want to get the engagement. They get Diablo immediately. It's the exact guy that you want to take out, and now Vikla in a lot of trouble. And this time, aiming's actually safe. A kill will go over to clear, but it's only just the one, as now they can kind of front to back this one as long as aiming stays relatively safe. As Zing goes clear, he's going to try to all in, but aiming just glides away. The rest of the team still here on the chase. They don't have too much damage outside of the Zeri, but with the charm coming down, aiming can rejoin the fight. And Kellen is just being Kellen. over here on the left side.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. They combo him. There's no Baron on the map, but it does mean that you can just go ahead and take the soul point of the Infernal Drake.
Big pick up there, and again, the queen of tempo vibe.
You knew it the whole time.
I've been saying it all
That's
game
exactly
long.
what you meant.
Yes, you know. CC Chain comes in, just completely explode the Kai'Sa. Great play there, comboed between the support. Always they do a little bit of trolling. They're back on the Raptor.
Yeah, he just got charmed. And we have 21 stacks on the Magi's, which is now 23 as he picks up the assist. Amy just had to deny him the 25.
Why was he there? Is my question. How did he get there? And why was he there? Fortunately, no big neutral objective.
We'll never know. We were watching the replay.
Yeah, they are going to push up mid, though. Vikla, get out. No, don't.
Run away! Well, the combo's going to come in here as they are looking for the dive, but there you go. This is going to be burst down by the Scion, by the Jarvan. And yeah, one by one, they are falling here quite a bit. Everybody's super low on health. They can just push and take another turn, following the rest of the people. That's how it goes.
You know, BNK FEARX sometimes do. Oh, engage comes in.
All right, it's really just coming down to who gets the engage off, and this time it's looking pretty good. The fear goes in, and maybe they should have gone for the McHales in this one. Showmaker is going to live. We do have a GA coming down. Barrel actually picking up the kill with the Glitter Lance. Lucid on the way back. Meanwhile, Xiu just looking to kill the wave, you know, trying to delay as much as possible. He wasn't going to get out anyway, so it just looks a little bit silly holding the wave. Just make sure that they can't get an inhibitor, but with Baron available, I think being don't really.
K'Sante has ult, so he can dash over the wall and ult Lucid away. They're getting low off the Baron, though.
Yeah, I think they have to pull off this one. Especially because Showmaker, he didn't die. He still has 25 stacks. He's 7 seconds away from a Spirit Rush.
Ivan's so low.
I think you just send it here. As DK waiting for their moments, trying to turn on the Showmaker isn't going to work. As the fear comes in from the grave, actually, from the GA. Lucid getting pretty low himself, so yeah, they're only going to get the one. As they do take out Talia.
Wait, this actually works out good for BNK FEARX because Lucid is gone. I didn't know that was a thing.
Neither did I. I saw that, I was like, what the hell?
The fact that it was a GA that stopped Showmaker's momentum and the fear made a big difference there, I'm going to say, because I thought he was just going to get like a quadra kill there and clean up, but now Dplus posturing around the Baron. The Dragon's been taken, so I think BNK FEARX made the right move doing that. Something to note is that Diablo has no sums. Aiming has both of his sums. So clear?
Just running in. He gets charmed, and now he's just
What are you doing?
No, he's going the wrong way. He's trying to join the enemy team. That's not what you want to do. And everybody's just kind of speechless. This keeps happening, and it's multiple different members.
Just take a breath. Remember the coach's words. Just calm down. Just calm down. You don't need to do that, okay? It was unnecessary. Just need to chill out a little bit. Baron got an idea of Baron. Their jungle was on the other side of the map. It just wasn't the time. It just wasn't the time to go for this. And now, Dplus pushing up with Baron, taking structures. This was a window where BNK FEARX could engage the once close up. He's up in 5 seconds. Mercurial Scimitar picked up for Diablo. He is full build. Dplus have to be a bit careful. If they step up too far when trying to take this tower, prime opportunity for an engage.
Yeah. I do feel like whoever engages is winning these fights big time, and they're looking for Vikla. Look at Kellen. The flank coming on in. Kellen gonna find the entire back line. Is it enough damage though? They get the Zeri, but that's about it. And Showmaker is untouched the entire time after the fact. They went for the wrong carry in this fight. And it looks like Vikla desperate to stop the push. But against Baron buff, I don't think he's got enough wave clear.
Even with that massive Nico ult, it just can't beat the tempo vibes that Ari provides. Showmaker massive in this game. Vikla gonna try and defend, but I don't think he has it in him with the Baron buff minions pushing in. Lucid, Xiu, and Showmaker will close this game out.
Wow.
We're at 2-0 after all that.
As we expected, the two...
Get the Rakan from Carrier. I feel like the Rise group, I feel like the drafts are a lot more chaotic.
Yeah.
A little bit harder. It might have actually been into perfect, if I'm being honest.
Oh boy, little tempo heal has to come out here. Duck Dom doing a lot of damage to Guma as they want to try to turn it around, but did look like that is going on. Guma in a lot of trouble, has to flash early here.
Farm, but if that's all the only sort of hit, and now actually they're looking for a play mid onto Faker. Peter has flash.
Yeah, they're going to go in onto this one, but this is underneath the turret. He takes 2 turret shots. And yeah, Peter's just dead. They're going to give that kill over to Faker. Fake
happy to accept that.
Yeah, feels amazing for him, as now going to drop a couple of ults. Doran is getting out-traded in this one. Perfect, doing a fantastic bottom lane. Obviously, the CS diff is pretty big, but as we know here in Legend Group, it's trying to bait here, I believe, is Faker, but he's taking a lot of damage as now Shockwave does come in. Flash from Cuz. He wants that kill. He's not going to get it, though, as the peel comes through from KIA. But here comes the wall, and now Faker's in a ton of trouble. BDD takes him down. A very nicely timed wall to just get in, make sure he secures the kill.
Yeah, good wall there. The teammate just not able really to do anything.
All right, here we go again. Guma is going to avoid the harpoon, avoids another one. Nice stepping there from him, but at the same time, just decide the game because the teams are so clean with what they do with their leads. So something to look out for. Faker is just taking insane amounts of damage. He's going to avoid those rocks, but actually knocks BDD farther in. Gets the shield, though, is outstepping everything, but eventually BDD just outplays him. He got that first bit of burst damage. And
things didn't start to connect. That initial play was really big. Then Faker started to find an angle. He's sidestepping. The Shockwave moves into the side. He sidesteps again. This is when it starts to get a bit scary, but again, his flash is just not available. And that flash still being available for BDD. Oh, he just had flash.
Yeah, ghost in from Peter. Very scary. Now we got a Talia from the top side, but oh, he's not gonna flash. It just takes a ton of damage, and now Faker's just dead. Elects to save his flash.
In terms of the items, because you obviously got the Archangels first, which he has to stack. Oh, again.
Yeah, again, and guess who's here again? Well, it is Peter on the way. He does have flash this time, and he is going to flash. He avoids the solar flare, and now the Shockwave comes in, trying to turn this one around. Faker maybe has baited them in, but I don't think they have the damage. Peter also, with the sums, just going to be able to flash out of that one. And even scared of a dive is T1.
Negated that by the redemption.
Look, I mean, he sees Guma, he goes kill.
Oh.
That's what he does. Guma doesn't get to play the game. We got a Hextech Soul on the way. Double Dragon here for KT to start off. It's now perfect. It looks like he might be a little bit of trouble, but we have some help from the team is coming up here. We even have a TP as well from the side of T1, and they will secure this kill. So the rotation was coming in from Peter and from Duck Dom, even BDD as well, but not able to get there on time.
Yep, and KT just cut him loose. They did move over there, but they accept that he's gone. Faker very patient with the Shockwave because he didn't want him to be able to potentially TP out. Oh, not again.
He just keeps hitting those. BDD just cannot miss today. But there's a lot of minions here. It's going to be kind of cleaned up. Faker gets a shield. One more rock could do it, but comes in and saves him with the heal. And Faker is just running circles around him now, but has been terrorized for the entire game, finally gets his revenge. With the help of his team, is now trying to deny the eye, but it is going to be KT that get in, take it away, and pick up the eye.
That's got to feel good for Faker. Trying to save it again here, I think backfired, because I think if he flashed to hit the boulder, it's this one here that comes in a second, this boulder. If he'd flashed to hit that, I think he's just dead. But he waited till after, then realized, oh, maybe I have to flash here, and then it was too late. He won here, considering they're on a bit of the back foot earlier in this game.
Yeah, KT trying to set up another fight here. They're down 1,000 gold. They don't want to go too deep, though. You could see they don't get that initial pick. Now it's just a bit of a scrum. Here comes BDD getting on in. A massive knockback again. This guy just can't miss today, but Owner, another guy who can't seem to miss nowadays, is going to frontline for the team. Duckdom just has to stand and fire, and he will survive for quite a long time as one more shot gets it done from Guma, but he will pay with his life. Meanwhile, on the right side, T1 win that part of the fight. BDD still alive, but they would love to take out this Talia, and they finally do it. The burst comes out from Faker, and it will be T1 winning this fight in a massive fashion.
The window to back away, not given the window to get out again. I think the back and forth, the balance of the he's trying to hit.
It's like BDD versus the world yet again. This was Doran, you know, gets in, gets the kill.
Dodges our seismic shove was so big, and the fact that he was here before Perfect on the Rumble, the ult as well, finding a great angle.
That's some Aurora gameplay if I've ever seen it. Goes deep, gets the kill, nearly dies, goes in Viz, dodges, gets out with the ult. Crazy stuff. Looks like we did have a little bit of a skirmish down on the bottom side. And guess who's being targeted again? BDD gets in, but this time the flash is available for Faker, and he's going to use it aggressively to try to set up this kill. One more auto will do it. You see, KIA didn't want to take it, but he will in the end. And now they just keep on going for Faker. It's not nearly as successful as it was in the early game, and they're getting punished for it. KT, I feel like they're being pulled into T1's game, and it's not looking good for them.
Just keep him there.
Yeah.
Where's he going to go?
You don't need to kill him. You can just delay the back until the dragon spawns. Meanwhile, Ducktom just in mid, just dying.
Yeah, Peter realizes
caught out.
He's being kept there, so he runs into the tower. Faker does kill him, but now look at the timing on the Attic now, and KT aren't even looking to contest this. They're looking to grab the dragon. Their hope is that they get a comeback fight. If they get Soul, that's enough to win the game. But 4,000 gold down.
You got teleported on by Rakan. It's like, what is she gonna do?
Yeah, I think he was going for the Herald to escape.
Yeah.
A bit unfortunate. Oh, might have found Faker.
Dang, nice shockwave, but he is in a lot of trouble. BDD gets in again, and BDD is relentless. He's like, okay, didn't work a couple of times, I'm going in again. He's got 5 kills. The only person on the team who has kills is BDD. Looking for more. You see T1 always looking to skirmish. That's going to be the Aurora ult down. Gets in, gets out, straight into the arms of the Quirky.
Okay, this is big. Oh,
wait, no! He's going the wrong way! And, well, yeah, he's just dead.
He messed up the portal there. I think maybe he took some damage, or I don't know specifically what he did, but obviously he did not do what he hoped to. Oh, no, KIA, a bit overextended here.
Yeah, they also took the portal not the correct way. This time, KIA's going to get out.
So something I was going to say is that giving those 3 dragons the 3rd dragon over in trade for the Arakan is Duckdom's waiting for him. What happened with Duckdom here, though?
We'll never know. It's a mystery. Meanwhile, Peter getting caught out on the top side, trying to save himself. Was it a bait from Peter all along? BDD's got a great angle here on the left side. And he's just going to push them away from his support.
Generally centered around mid, and they're threatening moves towards the Baron right now. Perfect's on a bit of a flank.
Yeah, definitely looking for a good angle here. He's going to take a bunch of damage, though. Has to flash away. Nearly gets rooted down. The true part of this fight. The wall was also used, by the way.
Yeah, a bit of a weird wall there. Felt like it was trying to split off the carries from the rest of the team, but it just times out. Now they have to rush in. The dragon's just gone.
Yeah, T1 just get in. Now they're like, well, if you want to fight, we're down now.
To get out.
They're trying desperately to find all the members of KT
that
we're trying
threat, without that uneven trade where one team can get Soul and you can only get a single dragon.
Now trying to posture around this top river. You can see there's not a lot of vision here for T1. It's actually mostly controlled by KT. But now going on in, because once again it's going to take that damage. Shockwave does come through. Owner getting low, but he's sent down. The equalizer doesn't do a whole lot. It's going to do a decent amount of damage to Faker on the backside of that as he kind of just stood on it. It's Peter taking every shot to the face. Nobody's stepping up and taking them. Here comes Doran, kind of just running at them, gets stunned up. Mid-dash, does a lot to BDD. As this game is really on a nice edge. Some things going down over there. Not sure if it looks like they weren't able to clear it though. As Pillar comes down, Doran gets out. But there you go, another shove comes in from the side of BDD. This guy just can't miss today. He's really on his game up against T1. And he's a big reason why they're in this game.
Okay, they've played out the vision well. This is really good for that comp. KIA's looking for a flank though.
All right, trying to go all in on a Faker. It's not quite going to work out. BDD trying to turn now onto the left side, going to take out Guma, and they will take that absolutely. Meanwhile, on the bottom side of this fight, it looks like Cuz is in a bit of trouble. He'll be taken out, and Faker wasting a lot of Perfect's time as the rest of the backline is just being torn to shreds by the rest of T1. And look at Owner, level 16, red buff, Xintao full health, and Doran as well, very similar. As T1 will win that fight.
Yeah, Perfect and BDD do have TP, so if they can reset TP back in, they might be able to force Owner off, but he's the one with Smite. He's already started up the dragon.
Okay, with the TP you mentioned, it's a very fast Rumble getting on in there. And Owner actually is going to back away. Doesn't want to die just yet. He's going to keep it leashed, though. Here comes BDD. He's the only one with Smite. They've just got to do the damage to it as the Smites do come down. And a big fight coming in, actually, as down will go the Rumble. Owner in a bit of trouble. And now Doran just trying to hop away. Duckdom bleeding and gets taken out by the Aurora.
Such a clutch play from T1. They get the
last like 10-15 minutes. The same game where we're just like waiting on a tightrope, waiting for that next objective. Oh, the double jump comes in! BDD! He wants to carry this game, and he might have just done it, but the peel is coming in. Peter goes down, but they took out Owner. And he's really the big man on campus. Big shockwave does come down for Faker. He's going to flash away. The kiting of Orianna, and Jin is quite strong. Oh, the interrupt from the side of KIA is nearly going to keep them alive. And it's at least going to peel for the team. Flashes on in, and it's not quite going to work as KIA takes huge amounts of damage. Duckdom, watch the big one, and the sniper from the side of KT will net them the Hextech Soul.
And that's the thing, it has been the same story for the last 10 minutes. Well. And this chase is messy. You can see Faker trying to steal the picture-in-picture. It got a bit scrappy here when BDD went in. It got a little bit scary.
They almost stole, by the way. we should probably have that up on live.
But the pillar here, this game 2, and let's say they won game 2 and Duckdom had a crazy game 2 and BDD just played okay, then I could see people voting for him. But no,
I just feel like BDD has been insanely good. Faker stuck between a wall and the other wall.
He has been very good. But there has been some moments, you know, the little outplays from Faker when he had some sidesteps for the solo kills. But definitely the main character in this game has been BDD. Right now with the Hextech Soul, feels so awkward, especially with the long-range poke from the Porky. Those slows. I mean, there's such a slowing comp when you have the pillar, you have the Unraveled Earth, you have the Hextech Soul.
There are just so many of those abilities and advantages that they have that even though the gold doesn't look like it's huge, it just feels so oppressive when you're ahead, right?
Yep.
Everybody's slowed at all times. You're doing tons of extra damage with Hextech Soul. Everybody's going to really struggle to find engage angles. You know, like KIA is like, okay, I'm going to engage, guys. Wait, I'm walking at 25% of my speed, you know? Doesn't really make it easy for T1. And it gives incredible control over to KT. As they are taking their time with this one, that's going to be the Solar Flare right on top of KIA, but in goes Peter, and down will go Peter, but still at the same time, it's 2 kills here for the side of KT. And now Owner, nowhere for him to go. So hard to play into the Trundle. As another knockback does come through. And we do have the GA here for Owner. Actually nearly kills BDD somehow. And now it's Faker's turn. He doesn't have the flash. Doran doesn't have his flash anymore as he just used it. And it's just so difficult to get away from them. So many low health bars, actually. Incredibly low, but we have a TP coming back in. And I think with that and the Baron, they should be able to end. Yeah,
Doran not going to be able to do anything against 4 members of KT. He'll give it a go. Let's see if he can do what Shiwu didn't pull off the defense.
Yeah, I just think with Perfect TPing back in, it's going to be a little bit too little, too late. And there you go. Not even going to touch BDD. And they have the wave coming through. KT take down T1 in game number 1.
This was I think it works better than the Kai'Sa. The Kai'Sa's a bit too weak of a lane.
Yeah.
And you'll get so much value at the satchel into all these melee threats. And also
the top lane.
I mean, we saw Perfect playing an unfavorable
Kuma's got the angle, gonna land the concussive blows, but does take hefty amount of damage himself. And now the heal's gonna come out just to save him there. More damage coming out from the bombs. Duckdom continues to run. As you were saying, like the prio and drafts, it does vary depending on which team it is. Oh, the satchel back. Doran has to flash. At least.
But the problem is Faker is struggling to get prio. And now he's just had a bear drop in his head.
Tempo bear.
But he is getting to that point where he just struggled a lot in the, understandably, playing into the Lucian Braum, hard to really get farm. So he has fallen behind compared to Doran, but he is kept up in XP, which is the one who's going to access first. I feel the Wukong, once you get the Skyrim Spike, that's when you're just so strong, because you go the Sun to Sky second with the Triforce first.
Needles coming on out, Perfect. In a little bit of trouble, has to flash the last set of needles. Bunch of damage on the backside from Duckdom, who's full health. but it's Ziggs, so, you know, sitting on Lost Chapter. Not a huge threat at this point in the game.
Oh, I think, yeah, Perfect just ulted and found Doran there. Got a big trade back. Yeah, I mean, once you have Lost Chapter, you can just kind of clear the waves pretty effectively. And even though they got Peter low, you know, Guma's a bit low on mana. I think KT feeling somewhat confident here.
Yeah, looks like they want to go for the trade. They're just going all in on the Pantheon as down he goes. Owner 100-0, and now the turn on to Guma. Feeling pretty good. He's going to have to flash
the satchel.
Mega Inferno Bomb, and yeah, the satchel gets KIA back. It gets him in range of BDD. It's 2 kills for KT here in the early game.
I love the decisiveness there.
Potential dive brewing. Nobody else is up here. We do have a TP for BDD. Peter is ghosting up here as well. Will they try to help him is the question. Yes, they absolutely will, but the ult from Perfect is actually perfect. Gonna get on the backside of the turret, and now he's got the peel from his team. The bear comes down and turns this fight around. Doran and KIA just running tail between legs as they can't get away. KIA just trying to sacrifice himself, but the dominoes, one by one, are falling into the hands of KT once again. And they're getting the Infernal Drake. What aren't they getting, Ox?
What a play there from KT. Perfect handling it so well.
타대 더블 왔어. 나 스킬 할게요. 상현 살아. 나이스!
I love Peter, man.
Otacon gonna come up here, remove the pixel brush.
He did just... Oh.
It's a lot of damage going into Gumi. He has to flash the flash forward Q! Outplayed by the Annie. Skooma did not see that damage coming. The Needles gonna do a hefty amount here. Owner is still in that brush.
No, maybe you can win POM on Annie, you know? Maybe you can make the flashy plays, because I just saw BDD do one. Oh, Perfect.
Okay, well, he didn't expect Owner to be there again. Nice flash away from Doran, but you're just not locking him down. T1 can't get anything in this game.
Oh, unlucky Peter didn't get the dredge line there, but all
right.
Oh, man! Perfect is running circles around them, and if we're being honest, Perfect is the player on KT who has struggled the most. He is the player who's been missed, and Guma experienced that in that play.
He definitely did. KIA desperate to try to take down this ward. They're going to look for an engage, but now the turn comes in on a Guma, who doesn't have his flash anymore. Just getting brutalized once again. TP is coming in as Doran, trying to do something, immediately just evaporates. And T1 again, just having the door shut in their face at every single corner.
Where has this team been? This KT. The last time we saw this KT
who are these
road
guys?
to MSI.
Yeah.
It's the same 5 members we saw there, but it just feels like we haven't seen this play, and it's coming at the perfect time, leading up to playoffs against T1, who are in the best form of the LCK. And right now, Game 1 was a back and forth, but it was super close, super tense, and it felt like it was incremental, these moments that came down to one big shove from BDD. This is a stomp right now. This is KT dominating T1 for the first time in...
And you're making plays, it is possible. And, you know, a lot of times in best of threes where the first game is super tight, super tense, and then it just gets blown open. Wow! Oh, the curved hook comes through, and Faker is going to have to flash over the wall. They are looking to continue this. Nobody else is here, so it just looks like he is donezo. Oh, okay, little taunt, little chance here. And another hook comes through, and the extension on the Wukong as well. It's now Perfect's like, you want to dive me? You're not gonna do that. I'm just gonna take you down. Guma and KIA are just watching over the wall.
Doctum cleared the wave, so then Don ended up getting aggro, and now the heralding bot, they're gonna get this tower. KT just can't stop winning in this game. We'll see the play here. So, initially Doran's proxying here. The jump comes in from Owner, but the ult clears the wave. And then he ends up getting aggro with
Here we go again. Owner behind enemy lines, just dead. Faker and KIA in there. Doran trying to take a 1v1 against it. Ziggs can barely do it as Faker trying to get over as well. And BDD is going to get revenge for that 100%. Q comes through. And Faker as well eventually will go down. Just wasting their time. And KT are just running the map right now.
Well, T1 got a kill at least.
I don't believe so. Damage dealt goes Duck Dom, BDD perfect. And then Doran with the needles.
Yeah. I do think also, I mentioned it earlier, but the Oblivion Orb, earlier Oblivion Orb pickups, it's a really good item for Ziggs. He's really good at applying it, Ziggs is.
Yeah.
Better if you have like a dot item.
Okay, well.
That was a misclick, I believe.
Yeah.
Direction. Maybe a little jump scare from the invisible Wukong, but gained a little more popularity. And Ziggs so good at applying it. Better if he has like a dot item, like
Fire Torch first.
But still really good. And perfect.
He just keeps going in, and this time, no, he's going to be totally fine. The follow-up comes in from Peter and from BDD. And even with all these damage dealers on the side of T1, yes, the one kill goes over to the Gwen. But they're taking the Otacon while this is happening. As, yeah, just going to use the heal just to get out of dodge. He's got Ghost as well, if need be.
Look, this game
So, by the way, KT going to get Hextech Soul points very early on, 22 minutes.
And that's the thing, when you talk about, we made it, but then what? But taking down T1 in this manner is going to mean so much.
Well, carry on. Somebody's got to get vision, and it's going to be the Braum.
Oh, he just got exploded.
He really did. I mean, Duck Dom is... He's pretty large at this point.
He's pumping the numbers.
Not to mention the rest of the team.
He is doing the boom boom.
But it helps that you've got a Ziggs who's been untouched for Shadow Flame's second.
Yeah. He knows. He knows how to do maximum damage.
He's actually dealing damage. Stunned up forever was Doran. Basically dies to Culling. Finally going to come out here as the Super Mega Bomb is not really going to do a whole lot. Mega Inferno Bomb, but just looking for the kill on the backside of that fight, I suppose. And the wave is
potentially. They'll try and get mid tower.
I mean, Ziggs TPing back in. Peter, as long as he front lines. Yeah, I mean, they're taking huge amounts of damage. At least the miss is going to help out. Goop! Yeah, Peter just tanks it up.
That was the 3 layers of they'll get mid tower, they'll try and get mid tower, they won't get mid tower, you know? They're in a rough spot.
DNF, you know, playing up against Bro, where it is possible to throw leads like this. I feel like KT in current form, it's going to be extremely difficult for them to throw this lead, as now the ult comes in. Owner just blasted away once again. Taunt comes in, but it's only on the front line. Keria is dead. Faker is also dead. KT playing as a 5-man unit as T1 run in 1 by 1.
It feels bad for Duck Dom because he throws his ult up and everyone's dead by the time it hits the ground.
Yeah.
They're doing so much damage. T1 trying to establish some vision, just get destroyed. You know, it just feels like there's nothing KG can really do to mess up fights with this much of a lead.
Perfect wants the angle. He absolutely does. He's got the TP in from BDD, but he doesn't have his ult anymore. Trying to kill Peter is the most difficult thing to do for T1 right now, and instead they're just feeding 2 kills over to Perfect. I think T1 knows it. We all know it. This game is over.
Oh, Doran. He senses something.
Yeah. Smartly gonna back away. Really, it's all done but the crying here. KT just got to push in, push with the Ziggs, you know, make sure everybody's safe. The flash and the satchel away. You're not touching the Ziggs, says Duck Dom. As everybody is in the meat grinder, tons of damage. Yes, was blocked by the Braum. As Ingo's perfect, maybe a little bit too deep, but he's just unkillable anyway. He got away after all of that. Just insane. And that is the power of the gigantic wallets. KT absolutely obliterating T1 in the second game, and they will take the 2-0 tonight.
Game 1 was a massive fight, a massive stroll, and a long-fought victory over T1, but Game 2 was decimation. And it's